Hi, I'm Christy. Today I want to talk about how complexities lead to increased entertainment. I started this series talking about how life with special needs adds many blessings to a family's life. It also adds a lot of complexity. I'll end it by saying it also adds a lot of entertainment. As I mentioned in the opening post, I've got a link to that in the blog. You can find that at www.havenofhopeforme.com. This was originally posted in January of 2022. As I mentioned in that post, special needs complicate life. It adds a level of complexity to nearly every aspect of everyday life. It also brings many blessings. You learn to appreciate the little things in life. The smallest accomplishment requires so much more time, effort, and teaching that a full-on celebration is warranted once the skill is mastered. You learn to look at life differently. Your perspective changes. Sometimes you'll learn to slow down and smell the roses, so to speak. Other times you become a master problem solver to figure out how to make something happen for your loved one or for your family. And then there's the entertainment value. Okay, I know kids drastically raise the entertainment value to a household. When your loved one has any level of mental impairment, they often function at a kid level, which also means they process information at a kid level. This in turn means that they continue to act like kids for a lot longer, and therefore the added entertainment value sticks around for much longer than is typical for kids. So here's a few examples of AJ entertaining us. Now AJ has many different laughs, so many that it's entertaining to listen to him laugh and see which ones he uses, and how many laughs he'll use in a single episode of laughter. We can often hear him cackling away in a quiet house, even across the house with his door closed. We'll hear several different laughs in short succession, and I regularly comment, well, at least he's enjoying whatever it is he's watching and he's in a good mood. Carrying on a conversation with AJ is also entertaining. You never know what he's going to say next. He will regularly start one topic and then switch to a totally unrelated topic in the next sentence. He'll start a conversation talking about how a winch works on a truck. You need to wear gloves to protect your hands. You need to stand back to stay safe. Little kids can't use a winch. And then the topic switch. Mom, I don't have work on tomorrow or Tuesday. Now, this often leaves our heads spinning, trying to figure out where he's at and what in the world he's talking about. But we also end up laughing a lot of times. Now, sometimes he makes a comment that appears to be totally out of the blue. No context. Sometimes it doesn't even appear to make any sense. Once we start asking him questions, we can generally gain a basic understanding of what he's saying. Now, admittedly, we're often still left in the dark as to the exact situation or what exactly he's talking about. Sometimes we have to just drop the topic because there's no making sense of what he's saying. But even that has a side of entertainment to it. So what are the key items that we need to remember as we end this series? Here's a few things that come to mind. First, our loved ones are human beings. They're made the same way we are and feel the same things we do. Well, similarly, anyway. We honor them best when we treat them with the same level of respect and autonomy that we want for ourselves, at least as much as we would give to anyone who functions at their level. Second, life is complicated. Life with special needs is even more complicated. Accept that fact. Embrace that fact if possible. It helps smooth out the rough patches. Also, learn to look for the blessings in the midst of the hard times. They're there if you're willing to look for them. Sometimes we have to look harder than other times. But there's always something to be thankful for. Now look for something to laugh about every day. Again, life is full of things to laugh about if you're willing to let your guard down and enjoy life. That's not to say that everything is funny or enjoyable, but you can always find something to laugh about. Enjoy a good laugh daily. And finally, look for lessons that your loved one can teach you. Lessons abound if you're willing to look for them and learn them. Now I hope that this series has put words to things that you've been struggling with to explain to others. My goal for this series is to help more people understand what it's like to live with special needs in your life. I truly believe that things will begin to change as more people understand more life perspectives. Now, while I'm not naive enough to believe that everyone will eventually understand, I do think that there are plenty of people out there who will happily embrace our loved ones once they understand more about them, are more exposed to what our lives are like and how similar they are to theirs, and are educated on how to interact with our loved ones with special needs. Now, how do I know this? Because I've experienced it firsthand. I've seen people we've never met before get to know AJ and begin asking him what car he's driving every single time they see him, week after week after week. It makes me grateful for such people, and it challenges me to be more like them. So my question for you this week is this: how would you explain life with special needs to someone else? What are some of the blessings you found? Entertainment? I'd love to hear your thoughts. You can leave me a comment below, or you can leave me a comment over on the blog. Again, that's at www.havenofhopeforme.com. This was originally posted in January of 2022. If you prefer, you can always email me at Christy, Christy, at havenofhopeforme.com. I'm continuing to count my blessings, what I'm not laughing too hard to count, so that I can continue to say that life is good and there is never a dull moment.